Good evening, everybody. My name is Kartik. I'm one of the co-founders of ETHGlobal, and I'm super excited to welcome all of you to ETHGlobal Istanbul. This is not a conference. If you've been to an event by us before, you know that ETHGlobal's mission is to get thousands of developers into the Web3 ecosystem. And we do this by running hackathons and summits. And today is all about a hackathon. It's okay. I'm going to make you clap for a good 20 minutes consistently, so you should conserve your energy. Now, what makes these events different is as follows. Our focus is on builders. Somebody who can build something this weekend, you are allowed to be in this building. This whole weekend is about giving you opportunities to learn, give help, get help, and grow as individuals and upskill yourself to be part of this ecosystem. And most importantly, we believe showing is way more important than telling, which means we don't care about what you are trying to do. You got to show us what you've done by Sunday. And we've done this thing a lot of times this year. For in-person hackathons, we started in Tokyo. Then we almost went to Turkey, but landed in Istanbul. Then we went back to our roots in Waterloo, then hosted an event in Paris. 2 months ago, we did our last event in New York, and we're finally here in Istanbul. Welcome to DevConnect. There we go. Now the energy's coming back in. This is our 6th in-person hackathon of this year, and our biggest event ever. We have over 2,004 attendees. From 1,350 of them are hackers from 90 different countries, and 24% of them are new to Web3. These are existing engineers who are trying to see what they can do in this space. Look at all the countries everybody came from. Give yourselves a massive round of applause for being here from all over the world, and especially to everybody who came in from the rest of Turkey and all across Europe. Not only that, we have 450 ecosystem partners and 24 technical mentors who are going to be here all weekend to make sure you have the best time making your project come to life. And because this is not a conference, 0 actual talks are going to be happening this weekend, but we did do 48 workshops all of today telling you about how to use every single possible SDK that can make your life easier this weekend. And 54 incredible partners here are giving $600,000 in prizes. So this is where you get ready to start clapping a lot more. I want to thank every single partner that made this event possible, and the faster you clap, the faster I'll talk. So, you ready? 1, 2, 3. I want to thank 1inch, Arbitrum, Chili's, Chronicle, Filecoin, Gnosis Chain, Lens Protocol, MetaMask, Mina, Polygon, Scroll, Laplace FinTech, Spark, Wallet Connect, WorldCoin, ZK Sync, Alio, ApeCoin, Base, API 3, Axiom, Celestia, Cartesi, Chainlink, CowSwap, Celo, ENS, Ethereum Foundation, Flashbots, Gearbox, Mass, Hyperlane, Mantle, Neon EVM, Near, Starknet, The Graph, Safe, UMA, Limit Crypto, Walkie, XCF, UNICEF, Dodo, Graphic Grant Style, Arcs, Aztec, Sartora, CurveGrid, ES, Threshold, Push, and Viction. Woo! Thank you to all these companies, and we're going to be talking about all the prizes they're going to be giving very soon. This is not getting easier by the event. Whew. It was fine when you were 20. But the part that I want you to keep in mind is the number 6. It's going to be very important for this entire weekend. Not only is this our 6th hackathon of the year, a few weeks ago, ETHGlobal became 6 years old. I know. So before we jump into all the things that we have planned for you at Istanbul, I want to spend a few minutes telling you about all that's happened. We started in 2017 by doing ETH Waterloo as a one-off event for fun to just see what people can do with smart contracts. And it became so much more than we ever anticipated. Back then, our goal was very simple. This is the playbook that we created the week after the first ETH Waterloo ended. We want to just get the smartest people in the world into Web3. To start with that, that's why we go to you instead of having you come to us. Every year, we change up where we go, We repeat cities, we make sure we make it accessible for people all across the regions, across the globe, to come and see what's happening in this space. And we do that by making it accessible. This hackathon is free for all developers. Not only just the events, everything that we do, we make a good archive of it and make it available for anybody on the internet to look at. Every single workshop that's ever happened in our history is available live for you to watch, pause, rewind, zoom in, ask questions, just see the entire history of how Web3 has grown. And literally find documentation on how every protocol works. These are not just only talks, these are actual projects with live coding videos that you can see on how to accelerate getting something that you are excited to build. We also never wanted to compromise on quality. You can see this from this event and every other event we've done. We want to make sure that we are doing our best effort in making sure everything that we do is something that we can put our signature on. And lastly, we wanted to just create more value than we ever capture. These were the 4 things that mattered to us 6 years ago, and I'm so excited to say that we've continued to do just that. Now, 6 is going to remain a very important number, but I'll come back to you in a second. We started small by running Buenos Aires as our first official hackathon after ETHGlobal was created after ETH Waterloo. We went to South America, we went to Africa, we went back to San Francisco, started being part of more tech hubs around the world. We did New York, London, Amsterdam after COVID, and things kind of went back and we got bigger and bigger. So before we go into what's happening here for Istanbul, I want to give you a history of what's happened so far and all the things that I'm personally proud of with the help of the rest of the ETHGlobal team. I'm super excited to announce that we've just crossed 100 events that we've done this year. That's incredible. Not only that, we also just hosted our 100,000 attendee from our history doing in-person and online events. And even though we don't count this as a key metric that we optimize for, companies that have come out of these hackathons have collectively now raised over $300 million. And that's just the ones we know. And this is just absolutely incredible to me because we never thought this would be a thing, or this was never even the goal. And I also want to just take a second to actually break this down a little bit more. There's so many things that we got excited to tell you about, so we decided to make a list of all the fun things that we can figure out and count. 51 of these have been hackathons we've hosted across the last 6 years, and 58 summits. We wanted to make sure we also make it easy for people who are trying to get into this space, even if they can't code, to be accessible and understand what's happening. And this year, we also started doing a lot more meetups. That includes our cafes and us going in other cities where we're not running a hackathon, and we've done 10 of those so far. These 100,000 attendees have collectively created 8,700 projects. And we've given out $8.5 million in prizes to all of them. This, to me, still blows my mind because there's people who've been able to anywhere from pay for college, pay for their utilities, get a job, and all these things through just building something that they were excited about. And to keep everything open source in our ethos for content, 1,800 talks have come out of these events, and we've published all of them to YouTube. And these talks have gone on to be accessed by a lot more people. 1.6 million people have watched these talks. So in addition to the 100,000 attendees who've actually been part of these events, we've had 400,000 other people watch these YouTube videos. These are tutorials, conversations, interviews, panels from everybody in this space. And they've collectively spent 210,000 hours watching this. This still blows my mind. And collectively, we've managed to host people from 147 countries who span 32 different time zones. And yes, I was equally surprised to find out that there's more than 24. There's a lot of 30-minute intervals. So the math does check out, and this is something that I am absolutely amazed to see that has come together in the last 6 years. And that's just the stuff that we could count. There's so many other companies that have been founded, people who've gotten jobs, all the ecosystems that help bootstrap, all the research that has been published from all these projects, the thousands of friendships that have been created, protocols that have been improved, all the swag that you've collected, and the hundreds of thousands of POAs you've claimed. All that stuff is also something that I'm proud that we've been able to help facilitate, and there's no way we'll ever know how to count all those things, but we know that these things have made this an incredible community. At ETHGlobal, we want Web3 to win, and I want to officially welcome all of you to join us, and now that you're part of this mission, help spread it even more. And for every hacker, speaker, sponsor, mentor, judge, volunteer, a vendor, anybody who's ever been part of any of our events, I want to take just 2 seconds and thank you for being part of this community. So please give yourselves a massive round of applause for making this possible. We would not be here without you. And the ETHGlobal team is extremely thankful for all of your support. So that's just the last 6 years. We're proud to continue on for a lot more, but let's come back to this number 6. The reason I want you to remember this number is because on Sunday at 1600 hours, we're going to be making 6 announcements. Some of you can guess what these announcements are going to be, but we're going to keep these hidden until Sunday. So I hope all of you are energized and have your coffee that afternoon, because these 6 announcements are going to be pretty incredible. So enough of that. Let's go back to the hackathon. We're going to spend the next 10 minutes talking about all the logistical things you need to know, and then we'll get on with some of our amazing partners. So I want to cover all the things about the venue, everything that you can do to get help, all the prizes, of course, all the workshops and talks, team formation if you're still looking for a team, and I'm also going to talk about how judging and submission is going to work. So most importantly, do not use Wi-Fi hotspots. Every time you do that, you make the radius of you and everybody around you a lot more worse by interfering with the Wi-Fi reception. We have people here walking around from our Wi-Fi company, tracking and making sure every hotspot is equally balanced and is not overloaded. So anytime you see any performance issues on the internet, tell us where you're sitting and mention that on Discord so we can come actually send a person who can analyze what's happening in the exact spot and help us make that better for you. If you just complain Wi-Fi is slow, I have no idea what that means, what your benchmark is, where you are, and there's nothing we can do to properly debug it. We know that certain regions are going to be affected, some of them will not be. Anytime you see any performance issues, just let us know where you're sitting, and we'll come there directly in a few minutes and help debug it. Now, let's talk about security. There's a lot of things happening in this building, so we're going to keep this very simple. You have your badges and your wristbands. If you don't have your wristband on you, you will not be allowed to be on this floor, especially at night. Right now, everybody is allowed because we're just starting. Post-midnight, it'll be even more stricter, so if you do not have your wristband, you are not going to be able to access this floor. And if you magically lose your wristband, which we've heard a lot, we will not be issuing a second one. This one is going to be a strict policy for this weekend. So do not lose your wristband. Do not be here without one. Also, do not leave your belongings unattended. There's a lot of people here. Everything is open 24/7. We want to make sure that you are responsible for your valuables. And please make sure that you just don't leave them and leave the building or go somewhere else for a long time. And don't make a mess. We're going to try our best to make sure everything is cleaned up immediately, but please be respectful of this venue and the people who are sitting next to you. And if you are eating something or drinking something, or if you're piling up cans of anything, make sure you just take 2 minutes and put that in the nearest garbage can. Just keep it tidy because we want to make sure that we leave this place the way we found it. Now let's talk about some quick things on the venue. This is the venue map. There's a lot of things going on here, so I'm not going to go into this too much, but the thing I want you to remember is this map is also on our website. You can zoom in and see where everything is. There's 2 rooms for hacking, 2 big halls, and the rest of them were workshop rooms, and there's some lounge areas and food, which you've already seen where it is because hopefully you've all been fed. So you can check this out on our website, and this will give you a good idea of where judging is going to be on Sunday as well, and everything else that's going to be accessible for the rest of the weekend. There's also a photo booth. You get to take a digital selfie. You'll be emailed that photo to you directly. That's right at the front in the hall. So make sure you go take a photo with the rest of your team because we want to see how you look like when everything was starting today and how you're going to look like on Sunday when you're going to be zombies. That's always fun. And if you haven't already picked up your swag bag, this is what's in it. You're going to be able to get some Turkish delights that are a good cultural addition to this event, a nice t-shirt, and a beanie in case you get cold at night or tomorrow morning. And we're also going to be doing some late night snacks, so if you didn't get food or you were in the workshop or anything else in between or you just arrived, you can get a lot more food in a few hours. Now let's talk about communication. Everything that we're going to be doing this weekend is going to be on Discord. The link to that Discord is on ethglobal.com/discord. Every announcement that's officially going to affect the event will be communicated on Discord first, and all of that is also going to follow the website, which means anytime something changes, if anything, it'll be updated immediately on the website, and anytime you refresh the website, what it says is going to be the source of truth. This streamlines all of our communication, and if any questions come up, we get to answer them immediately in real time, because we'll be monitoring that 24/7. In case you don't remember the website, you can just head over to ETHGlobal.com/Istanbul, and you'll see all the details around prizes, schedule, the venue map, who's talking, who's speaking, what the talks were, the links to those talks. Everything is there. And of course, remember, you're all in person. Just talk to each other. I know a lot of you are coming here from our online events where you can just message somebody on Discord and hope that they read it. You can just shout, hey, does anybody know Node.js or React, and I need help with this? Chances are, with a very high probability, that you'll get that question answered by just shouting. I've seen it work. So let's go into the hackathon. How does this work? How is it structured? Hacking officially begins at 9 p.m. That is exactly 20 minutes from now. And from there, you can start working on your projects, and you can work on your projects with a team of up to 5 people. You can also do this thing individually. You don't have to work with a team if you want to do this thing as a challenge to yourself. All that is allowed, and we encourage you to take an ambitious goal for yourself for this weekend, but it's just a lot easier if you have other people helping you do parts of it, and you get to combine that at the end. You will have 36 hours to hack, and submissions are going to be due this Monday at 9 a.m. The rules for this event are very straightforward. Everything that you do must be done from scratch, which means you cannot build on your previously done personal project, you cannot change certain things, you cannot add a few features to it. It must be done from scratch so that we keep it fair for everybody. It doesn't mean that you cannot use a boilerplate code. It does not mean you can't fork Uniswap, which we've seen a lot of times. Anything that's open source and properly licensed, the key being it's properly licensed and not just my own project, I'm going to fork again and do something. All that is allowed because we don't want you to start over from scratch, but you cannot specifically modify things that you yourself have done. And to keep it fair for everybody who signed up and respected the rules, only people who are RSVP'd are eligible to hack and win prizes, which means that if you do not see your team members' names confirmed on your dashboard, they will be automatically kicked out at 2 a.m. tonight. So make sure they either check in or you are guaranteeing that everybody who's on your team actually is listed as a team member. This means if you win a prize, only your share of that prize will be delivered to you, and your team members who are not listed there will not get that. And if you have any other questions beside this, you can just message us, ping us on Discord, email. We'll be happy to answer them to you, or find us in person and just ask those questions immediately. We also have a lot of content for everybody who's been in this space for a while and also who's new. We did 48 workshops today. They all ended just now. And all that is now immediately available for all of you to watch on ETHGlobal.tv. You can just go there, pick the workshop. You can pause it, access all of it on demand. You can zoom in. Anything you want to do, use that as a way to now learn and make yourself comfortable understanding what's going on. And if you even have any questions, all those speakers are still in the building. You can actually go find them at their booths or walk around or ask them on Discord and actually get anything clarified. All that is now on our YouTube. Also, we want to emphasize a lot of mentorship you can get. These are all of our amazing mentors. You can find them by finding anybody wearing this jacket. They are not going to be doing construction in the building. They're actually here to help you build your code. So if you see anybody in these jackets or any faces that you recognize, these are our mentors. They're going to be taking shifts, so you have somebody there 24/7, and you get to ask them any questions, whether it's front end, back end, Solidity, anything you name it, you're able to get some help. And of course, you can always shout. Now, the most important piece, judging. Submissions are due at 9 a.m. on Sunday. And when that happens, you'll be asked to make a choice. You'll be asked to submit for the main judging track or the partner judging track. The judging for both of these tracks happens at the same time, from 9:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Now, this is really important, so just pay attention for just 60 seconds, and then you can do whatever you want. If you select main judging, it means you are trying to be one of the top 10 teams for this weekend. But you are also eligible to win all partner prizes. If you select partner judging, you are only eligible for the partner prizes. This is what it means. If you select a partner judging, the way you do that is you have to select all the prizes that you want to be eligible for on your dashboard during the submission process. And you get to fill in all the details about why you should get that prize, how are you using that protocol or that SDK, or how you're using that in your code. And once you select all those companies, all of these partners will be notified that they are expecting to see you and look at your submission. That means for some of them, you have to go to their booth and demo what you built. And for some of them, you don't, where they'll just look at the submission and they'll just message you and ask you if they have any questions. This can happen anytime out of order from 9:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m., which means if you say, I want to win 5 prizes, you have to go to all 5 of those partners and demo what you built. And that means you cannot just select 20 of them because you are going to lose time and it's not going to work out. So be careful about what you want to build. Do not try to play bingo on all these things. It's just not going to be a good strategy. And if we see that being abused, we will just disqualify you. And I'm serious about that. If you do the main judging, it means you have to do all of the above, but also you have to go to a separate area and demo to the main judges. And that will help you qualify for the top 10 track. So in the same example, if you have 5 prizes you selected for and you pick the main judging option, you will have to do potentially 6 pitches. So the same thing applies and you have to go to the judges there. And all that needs to happen at the same time in parallel, which means you can go anywhere first, but you do have to go everywhere. So keep that in mind. There's a lot more specifics here that I didn't want to say here that are listed on your dashboard. So when you click on your info center, you'll see a whole page on judging and you'll get all the specifics you need to know about all these things. The rules for judging are also very straightforward. You will get 4 minutes to demo what you built and 3 minutes for Q&A. This is specifically applicable to the main judging. The partners have their own discretion the time they want to give you if you exceed. We do recommend that you do a video recording of your submission because if something goes wrong, if your local hosting breaks or the mainnet is slow or the Wi-Fi goes down or something else in the middle, we don't want you to lose what you built. So just record a demo anyway, try to do the live demo, and if something goes wrong, at least you have a fallback to play the video. And really, don't do this thing last minute. It takes at least 30 minutes, if not 1 hour, to do the submission because you have to prove and show the actual line you're using a protocol, how are you using something, all the tech that goes into your backend or your front end or even your smart contract, and we will have a lot more questions there that ask us all these specifics to qualify for any prizes. So check out the submission form and make sure that you don't do this thing last minute, because once the submission closes, it automatically locks everybody out, and you need to bucket enough time to do all these things. All that happens on your dashboard. It's already there. Some of it is just hidden. It'll be immediately made available in a couple of hours. Long story short, make the submission good, because this is what people are going to see when they look at the project, especially our partners. If they can't figure out what you did, if you don't do screenshots properly, if you don't show a good video, if you cannot explain quickly what it is and you spend all this time on history or some intro, it makes it harder for them to understand what you're doing and why. So keep it succinct and keep it precise. Let's talk about our code of conduct. This is an in-person event, and we have our rules available on ethglobal.com/rules. You can check out all the specific things that we care about and we want to make sure that everybody adheres to, but the gist of it is that we want you to be respectful. Harassment or abuse in any form will not be tolerated, and we'll be taking immediate action. And anything that you create here solely belongs to you and your entire team equally, which means none of our partners have access to rights to your work. And if you and 3 other people on your team build something, you all own that in perpetuity. And if there's anything else that I missed here, because I can't cover everything, come find me, come message on Discord, send an email to hello@ethglobal.com, and we'll be happy to answer anything for you. So that's enough of the logistics. Let's go into some of our amazing partner keynotes. I want to bring on a few people here, and they're going to tell you about who they are, what they're excited about, and why it's going to be an amazing weekend through their lens. So please join me in welcoming our first partner on stage, Sarah from Filecoin.
Okay. Karthik was not kidding. This is a huge crowd. Hi, nice to meet all of you. My name is Sarah. I do developer experience at Filecoin. Now, quick show of hands. How many of you know about Filecoin or IPFS? Okay, great. My talk is done. So great. I'm glad that all of you know about it. Real quick, I'm going to talk through what you can expect this week and from our prizes and what you can build. So Filecoin for decentralized storage and compute, this is what we'll be focusing on for this hackathon. And all of you have impressed us a lot through all the different hackathons with all your ideas. So we'd love to see a lot more coming from Turkey here. I know there are a lot of local developers and participants. So we want to see all of your ideas coming in. So for those of you who are new to this, Filecoin is one of the largest decentralized storage networks out there. We have a ton of committed capacity for storage, which means that we are continuously onboarding a lot of data from all of you. So what can you do with your data? That's what we want to see in your project here. We want to see you use the Filecoin virtual machine, which we launched earlier this year, which now allows you to actually program your data on-chain and do things with it on-chain. Right? So we want to see how you're going to use that for programmatic storage use cases. You can also use Lilypad, which now allows you to do compute over data, calling the data that's stored on the network to do interesting computation jobs. And then lastly, we want to see how you can incentivize data retrievals with Saturn. So these are all new technologies that have come up. We have super beginner-friendly SDKs and toolkits for you to use and fork. So come over to the booth if you want to find out more. I'm also going to share a really quick cheat sheet for you to scan the QR code for. So for our bounty, we have a $20,000 bounty here. We will be giving out three $3,000 grand prizes to the best projects that impressed us, as well as to great projects that we see out there, and it's always really, really hard to choose. We have an $11,000 prize pool that will be capped up to 15 teams. So come by, definitely share your projects with us, pitch it on judging day. We will have a lot of mentors at the booth all throughout the weekend to help you. So come by and ask us all your questions. There's only one challenge statement that you need to remember. I won't get into the statement itself, but basically, impress us, qualifying technologies for this challenge statement on how you want to create your application, as long as you use Filecoin Virtual Machine, Lilypad, Saturn, or Lighthouse.storage. These are a few of the technologies that will qualify. Please note for IPFS users, IPFS use alone will not qualify. We know you guys love IPFS. Please continue using it. It is an awesome tool. But challenge yourself this time. Try something new. Try out the new technologies and see what you can build. So if you're interested, there is a cheat sheet over here. You can scan the QR code. It will give you access to a lot of different tools that you can use. At the same time, all our mentors will be at the booth. So come by and ask us all your questions. Great. Thank you.
Awesome. Next up, I want to bring on Alex from Chili's. Please give Alex a big round of applause.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Alex. I'm the founder of Chili's. Are there any sports fans here in the room? Probably less fans of Filecoin, but is there any sports fan? One, two? Not enough. Chili's is a company and now a blockchain that we created 5 years ago that is not the fastest chain. It's not the best blockchain. We have a nice logo, but that's it. More seriously, we are the only chain that is dedicated to the sports industry. We work with more than 100 sports teams all over the world: Paris Saint-Germain, Barcelona, Inter Milan, Juventus, UFC, Formula One teams. We are the only chain that actually can provide you, a developer, a user base with some of the biggest brands in the world. And the reason I'm saying that is because most of the chain and most of the protocol you're going to see here today and during the weekend, we more or less do the same thing. It's true. We are all Ethereum-based, and we are trying to change the world one way or another. We don't want to change the world. We just want to create tools that help sports team, sports property, and somehow the entertainment space to actually engage with their fan base. And for that, we've done that for the last 5 years. We have more than 2.2 million users in our own app, which is not really a app, called socials.com. And we want to bring these users, we want to bring these IPs, these properties, this sports team to you and helping you to develop tools for them. We've been very lucky for the last 5 years because we are the only kind of blockchain ecosystem that is very much mainstream in that way. And we launched a few weeks ago our permissionless layer 1, Chili's chain, and now you can develop on it. And the thing is, we want to help you to not only develop, but we can help you, we can incubate you to actually talk with some of these biggest teams that we work with in order for you to have users. Because at the end, if you want to develop a project, sure, it's great to get a bounty and to get a price. But what if you have an opportunity to actually create a business or a project that has users and gonna generate revenue for you? That's where we want to help you. That's what we spent 5 years on, and that's where we want to spend the next 5 years on. We also have a $20,000 bounty or price for you guys, and we really hope that today is our first actually hackathon ever, so we're gonna learn a lot thanks to you. But the most important is we want to learn how to work with you guys in order to scale that more and more and bring more users into the Web3 space. Thank you very much.
Amazing. Thanks, Alex. Next up, I want to bring on Blake from Polygon. Please give him a big round of applause.
Check. Ooh, there we go. Hello, I'm Blake from Polygon Labs. I want to say thank you to the ETHGlobal team. Thank you to you all for coming out and hacking, and then thank you to all the partners that chipped in and made this really, really exceptional. So I'm going to get right into it since we're losing time here. But this is the QR code for our partner channel in Discord. Will be in there. My name is BZB on Discord, so holler at me if you have any questions. I'll be monitoring that along with a bunch of people here from Polygon. Real quick, just money and what we'd like to see. Best use of ZK EVM. So this stuff will be posted in our Discord so we can skip ahead pretty quickly. But we want to just see deployment here. So innovative use of Polygon ZK EVM. If you have any questions, come by the booth and ask, but we got $5,000 up for grabs. DeFi challenge. DeFi is something that we're really, really excited about. We've got some stuff coming up with that. So a working DeFi dApp with smart contract deployment on Polygon ZK EVM. $5,000. Typically, it's like, we love judging. So like in this particular case, there may be one project that has a really solid submission, you get all the money, or we do split it between 3 projects. So it really depends on some of the projects that comes through. So quality of submission for sure. Next, LXLY bridge extension. This one's a little bit more challenging. You need to have a little bit experience with the EVM. But again, we've seen people walk away with the entire prize here. And lastly, the best use of Polygon ID. We have the ID team here I saw earlier. They're here to help you with verifiable credentials. So this will be an exciting one, $5,000 up for grabs. And again, connect with the team. Here's our QR code or Polygon partner channel. That's all I have to say. Thank you so much.
Amazing. Well, next up, I want to bring on Ian from WorldCoin. Please welcome Ian.
Hi, everyone. I'm Ian. I do developer relations at WorldCoin. So WorldCoin has one really big guiding question. How do you know who or what is a real and unique person? We've built World ID, our proof of personhood protocol, to help answer that question. So we have this lovely device that you might have seen at our booth or at past events called the Orb. The Orb makes sure that you're a real human, not a cat or a dog, not a photo of a human. It checks your unique iris code, which is a non-reversible digital representation of the pattern of your iris to make sure that you haven't signed up at the Orb before in a privacy-preserving way, where we never have to ask any information about who you are. And it verifies your World ID, a self-custodial digital identity held within World App, a mobile application on your phone. So the Orb has gone through quite a few revisions in its development since early 2020, just to make it more secure, faster, everything like that. If any of you in here are hardware nerds, I'd love to talk to you more about it at our booth. And within World ID, we actually support 2 different proof of personhood credentials. We have the gold standard, super strong Orb credential, and then we also support verifying your phone number in World App as a more accessible credential, but one that's also not as strong about proving humanness or proving uniqueness. World ID is designed to be privacy first, decentralized, and open source. As I said, we don't ask for your name, your email, your government ID. The phone number is completely optional. And by default, those images of your irises are deleted from the orb immediately after processing. Decentralization is a huge priority for us. We have the WorldCoin Foundation that stewards the token and the protocol, and Tools for Humanity, the company that designs and builds the orbs and developer tools, everything like that. And all of those developer tools that I mentioned, as well as the hardware of the orb, are open source today, available on WorldCoin's GitHub. So every smart contract, every front-end SDK, our entire developer portal code base, all of that totally available. World ID has a ton of potential use cases. Knowing that your user is a bot and knowing that your user is a human is valuable in almost any situation. Social media, right? Everyone hates bots on social media. For voting, now we can actually have really powerful one-person, one-vote systems that are still extremely privacy preserving. With customer incentives, you can give bigger incentives for people to come join your platform, knowing that they're only going to be able to claim them once and that they're not able to be Sybil attacked. World ID is super easy to integrate. You can use sign in with WorldCoin, exact same as integrating sign in with Google or sign in with Facebook for your application. Or you can use the more powerful anonymous actions in order to allow users to verify for an action only once, and you know that they're only performing that action once and that they're a real human, whether it is off-chain or on-chain. We have $20,000 worth of bounties here. I probably don't need to read them to you. You've probably seen them on ETHGlobal's website. And you can find everything I went over here and lots more information, template repositories, everything you need to build your project here at worldcoin.org/Istanbul23. Thank you.
Awesome. Next up, I want to bring on Teddy to talk about Mina. Please give Teddy a big round of applause.
Hello, everyone. How you doing? My name's Teddy. I'm here to talk to you about Mina. Mina is a layer 1 ZK native blockchain. It's built from the ground up with zero knowledge. What does that mean? Well, it's fantastic because you can build zero knowledge applications in TypeScript using O1.js and ProtoKit, the ZK DSL for building app chains and ZK rollups. But with Mina, we've got to talk about fermented foods. With O1.js, you get access to kimchi, and kimchi gives you access to pickles, our recursion layer. But I'm sure you're all still hungry. What else is there to talk about? Well, on Mina, you can do recursive ZK proving, which means you can do high throughput applications, as well as app chains and bespoke computation layers with our ZK DSL ProtoKit, which is built with O1.js. There's no trusted setup for ZK apps on Mina, so when you deploy your application, there's no ceremony required. With unlimited recursion, there is unlimited possibilities. You have programmable privacy, which means that you can choose what inputs are public and what inputs are private. There's no gas fees on Mina, and all proving is done in the browser by the clients. We have a list of prizes, $8,000, $6,000, $4,000, as well as a pool of $2,000 for qualifying projects. One more thing I wanted to mention is that we have an ongoing program called Mina Navigators. It is a 6-month-long, hands-on funded program for you. Qualifying projects are eligible this weekend for it if you build in O1.js and ProtoKit. Don't forget to come and talk to me. We'd love to see what you build. Good luck and happy hacking.
Thank you. Next up, I want to bring on Kirill from 1inch. Please welcome him on stage.
Hey hackers, what's up? So, I'm Kirill, the backend team lead, and the core 1inch contributor who actually participated in development from the beginning. And have you ever heard that the unicorn project can be built on a hackathon? Yes, it's true. The first version of 1inch was built on ETHGlobal Hackathon in 2019 in May in New York. And 2 days, no sleep. So, since then, the 1inch expanded to the whole network with different products and useful tools that take the major place in DeFi sphere. At the moment, 1inch aggregation share is about 70% with more than 400 billion in overall volume and 150 core contributors. The latest innovative that has been built by our team is 1inch Fusion. It's in 10-cent recorders based on Dutch auction that can be filled by professional market makers. The Dutch curve can be even smarter than you can imagine. So it takes into account the whole market liquidity, and the auction starts from the spot price. This magic curve can improve the price better and better through multiple fills and different volumes. Recently, we released 1-inch developer portal, and hackers can take advantage of using this awesome portal and use Fusion API, swap, balances, tokens, spot price, and even more APIs. So you can just go to the portal.oneinch.dev, log in through your GitHub account, get API key, go through the docs, and learn more about it. On the hackathon, we have 4 bounties. The first regarding Fusion. The second is about token plugins. It's an ERC20-based extensions that allow to extend the functionality of tokenized assets. The third one, it's about the dev portal. Just built a cool use case on top of 1-inch APIs. And the last is OpenTrack. Please build your future unicorns. So wish you a good hacking night. Thank you.
Amazing. All right, next up, I want to bring on Tom from Wallet Connect. Please welcome Tom.
Cool. Hey, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. We love being at ETHGlobal. I'll make this super quick for you guys. Cool. So for those who aren't aware of Wallet Connect, we are both a protocol and we make products. We like to build great experiences for dApps and wallets. That's our APIs, and on our products, they'll just quickly run you through. So Web3 Modo has been a flagship product for a while. Those are the ones that you can connect to over 500 different wallets in the space. It's always been a seamless experience that we've been proud of. And this is something that we're kind of proud of. If you've ever used MetaMask and Phantom and all these different browser wallets, and there's been this injection war that you've been messing around with, that's been solved. So that's some cool stuff that we've worked on some open source initiatives with. Web3 Wallet is for those who want to make wallets, so any of those cool wallets that are out there that can connect to the app side. We've been working also on security features, so you don't want to get phished these days and lose $1,000. So try not to go to airdrop.pepe.io, you know? So go to these. We've been building these kind of security features for you guys as well. And lastly, we've been working more on Web3 Inbox, which is around kind of the product flywheel effect of like notifications and chat. So this is something we're definitely proud to be announcing and also to be testing at this hackathon. And cool, you guys are here for the cash. There's 20 grand up for grabs. The first one will be 7 grand for Web3 Inbox. So this is to be testing on notifications. The second one is we're really proud of to be going through with mobile. That's like our bread and butter. So anyone on React Native, Flutter, iOS, or Kotlin, feel free to do that. And then for those who want to go into the pool prize, it's primarily for the Connect Wallet button. But be sure to do something a bit more innovative than just npm install. And that's it. Thank you so much, and happy hacking. Cheers.
Thank you, Tom. Next up, I want to bring on Tadeo to talk about Spark. Please welcome him on stage.
Thanks, Karthik. Hi, everyone. Thanks for being here and hacking with us. So I'm Tadeo from Phoenix Labs, and I'm here to tell you about Spark. Best way to do this is by telling you about DAI. DAI is the biggest decentralized stablecoin out there. It's been up since 2017. And us, as part of the Maker ecosystem, are in a mission to empower that ecosystem. And the way we do that is by building DeFi infrastructure. So I'm going to tell you today about the 3 pieces of infrastructure we have, and they're very much related to the prices of today. So the first one is going to be Spark. Yep, big bounty. All right. First one is going to be Spark conduits. This is the next generation way of pushing liquidity within the ecosystem. Launching in probably Q2 of next year, Maker is going to be providing liquidity directly to protocols. So if you're a protocol, think about this as basically having a massive influx of money coming into it. This is a no, can I swear? I hope I can't swear. No BS liquidity. You don't need to do run marketing or anything. You have a good, solid product, Maker will be providing liquidity to it. You can be building this today and help design the future of the way that the team is actually going to design the overall system. Next, we have Sparkland. It's a lending marketplace that the unique value proposition is you can borrow DAI at a predictable rate. You have ETH, you have stablecoins, you also have ETH, and you have staked ETH derivatives live on Ethereum mainnet and Gnosis chain, and very soon coming on to all the other layer 2s. Very importantly about those two things, I'm going to skip that one and show you this. Predictable rates. This is the big difference. We're talking about rates that are not fixed, they're defined by governance. You know when the rate will change, and you know what rate it will be in the future. If you don't think this is the future, come fight me, I'll try to prove you wrong. Lastly, SDAI. This is savings DAI. You might be aware of DAI. Now the maker is basically redistributing the revenue from a protocol to its DAI users. You get to stake it in the DSR contract, and if you like a liquid representation of this, you have SDAI. I personally believe this is the future of DeFi. You have a yield-bearing token that is also stable. You can split it up, you can mix it up, and yeah, very excited for you to build on this. And I think with that, I probably be over. Yes, I am, and these are the prices. Thank you very much.
All right, just a few more to go. So for our next one, please welcome Nick from Chronicle.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. My name is Nicholas Kunkel, and I'm the founder of Chronicle. Chronicle is an Oracle protocol that offers verifiable data at scale. So, you probably aren't familiar with us, but you may know us by our previous name. So I was actually part of the founding team of MakerDAO in 2016, and we actually built the very first Oracle on Ethereum, going live in May of 2017. So that makes Chronicle not just one of the most battle-tested, but also one of the oldest protocols in existence in all of Ethereum. So, anyways, what makes kind of Chronicle unique, right? So yes, we power MakerDAO, right? And yes, you know, we're securing over $8.5 billion in TVL. But what makes Chronicle special is that we can actually scale. This was a problem that at Maker, you know, we dealt with where in 2020, Maker had spent $6.5 million just on gas for oracles. And so we realized this was a huge problem that we needed to solve. And so with Chronicle, we went back to the drawing board and worked our way from the ground up and like, how do we make an oracle actually scale? And I'm proud to announce that as of 2 months ago when we launched, we succeeded. So as you can see here, we can do an oracle update in 52,000 gas. That's 6 times cheaper than Chainlink, 3.5 times cheaper than Pyth, and almost 3 times cheaper than Redstone. Now, what else is unique about Chronicle? Is we're all about verifiable data. We want oracles to stop being a black box. We want you to stop treating oracles like a fortune teller. When an oracle gives you a piece of data, you should know where that data came from. Why is the oracle giving you that answer? And so what Chronicle allows you to do is verify all of the data that the oracle is giving you. So for example, Argent is one of our validators, and you can see exactly why Argent reported that ETH is worth, you know, 1640, because Argent will tell you in a cryptographically verifiable way that, hey, I went to Binance, I went to Kraken, I went to Bitstamp. You get the idea. And you can verify all of this in our dashboard. And you know, you can even have some fun. Like if you change this timestamp on this like attestation by like a validator, like Argent, for example, if you even change the timestamp by 1 second, all of a sudden this message won't verify, right? Don't trust, verify. So in terms of bounties, we would love for you to integrate Chronicle oracles into your hacks. We're live on Ethereum, Polygon ZK EVM, and Gnosis chain. And the most innovative project will be taking home $4,500 paid in DAI, and second place will be taking $2,500. And just for integrating Chronicle, you're eligible for a pool prize. So every single person here who integrates Chronicle into their hackathon project will be splitting a $3,000 pool prize. So thank you very much. Come join our Discord, and if you need any help with your hack, we're always here to help. Come check out our booth. Come say hi. Let's talk. Thank you.
Thanks, Nick. Next up, I want to bring on Galen to talk about Gnosis Chain. Please welcome him on stage.
Hello. Hi, everyone. My name's Galen. I'm from Gnosis. And today, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about Gnosis and some of the stuff we've been working on. So just starting off, from the beginning, Gnosis has been building decentralized infrastructure for the Ethereum ecosystem. We've incubated, scaled, and spun out some amazing fundamental projects like Safe and CowSwap, and we're continuing to build and scale projects like Gnosis Chain. But we're very excited for the future. We just recently started this new exploration into the world of payments. At ETHCC, we launched Gnosis Pay, which for those who don't know, maybe everybody in the audience knows, but is a self-custodied solution that allows individuals to spend from their wallet to anyone in any merchant in the Visa network, online or offline. So Gnosis Pay is this incredible moment, and we're very bullish on the future of payments with Gnosis. In our judgment, this constellation of forces like social account creation, social recovery, cheap and fast transactions, and regulatory compliance, just the right touch of it, together combines to create this world where we can have properly decentralized payments that scale the core values of Ethereum to technical and non-technical users around the world. And we believe the place to do this is on Gnosis. So the Gnosis chain, EVM-compatible L1, secured by over 160,000 validators. Gnosis chain, as a result, is decentralized, resilient, and super credibly neutral. Today, we are going to be offering $20,000 in prizes, and we have them across a range of services on Gnosis Chain. We have an anti-civil service prize, we have an EVM migration tool prize, NFT infrastructure prize, most outstanding prize using Hashi, best power pool finance integration, and an open call to innovate on the Gnosis Chain. So we'll be around all weekend. We look forward to seeing you, and yeah, happy hacking. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, let's learn a bit more about ZK-EVMs. So please welcome Chris from Scroll.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for being so patient. I'll do this quick so we can get back to building. So my name is Chris. I do ecosystem development at Scroll. And if you don't know what Scroll is, it's a layer 2 network that's scaling Ethereum using zero-knowledge proofs. And essentially, our goal is to make sure that your experience on our chain is exactly the same one that you have on the Ethereum mainnet, but cheaper and faster with higher throughput. And as of last month, the Scroll mainnet is finally live after years of research and building. So yes, congrats to us. And thank you. I want to get through it quickly. So we have 2 different categories for prizes. We have $10,000 split amongst the top 10 projects who are building cool stuff on Scroll. No real criteria except build something fun, something useful that you think is important for your community. We want to see it, and we want to see it on Scroll. And if you just want to try out Scroll and deploy on us, there's a prize pool split amongst $7,000. Like what we like to say, it's very easy to deploy on Scroll. Just copy, paste, deploy, and change your RPC endpoint. And if you are interested in hacking, make sure to join our Telegram group. We have a bot set up so you can get Sepolia, testnet ETH directly on Scroll. And we have a hackathon cheat sheet. And if you see us around, make sure to stop by our booth. We're happy to provide any mentorship or provide any feedback on your projects. Thank you.
Thanks, Chris. Next up, I want to bring on Albiona to talk about ZK Sync. Please welcome her on stage.
Hello, 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 everyone. I know we are all tired and we are getting closer to the end, but yeah, welcome to the ETHGlobal Istanbul. Very excited to have all of you here. I am Albi Codes on socials and Devrel at ZK Sync. which is another ZK EVM to scale Ethereum. And we are very excited to be here with a brand new, maybe, developer experience that we have been developing for the past few months. We really want to see you build on a new track that is Validion's research on ZK Sync. For you to be aware, ZK Stack is here. So you can use it from now. And we are very excited to see all of the research that you can do under this track that will have around 6,000 USD for you to get in prices. The other track is the best wallets and smart accounts on ZK Sync. As you may already know, or if you don't, ZK Sync has the native account abstraction implementation on the protocol level. So we are looking forward for your wallets to be implementing on ZK Sync with around 7,000 in prices. And the other track is Best Paymasters on ZK Sync, which is another feature after the account abstraction to remove the gas fees in your dApps to make it easier for your users to get onboarded on Web3, which is one of our mission to accelerate mass adoption for blockchains. Thank you very much, and please go scan this and join our GitHub discussions where you will get access to the developer relations team who is available for you during those 2 days of you hacking nonstop. Thank you very much and happy coding.
Awesome. All right, next up, it's the birthday boy, Francesco from MetaMask.
Woo! Come on, awesome. Who told you that, Kartik? Who told you that? Come on, are you guys excited about ETHGlobal Istanbul? Come on, I want to hear something. Awesome. Cool, I see a lot of unknown faces. Anyway, I'm Francesco, I'm part of Consensus, and today I want to talk about a little bit our bounty and why we're here. Everybody talk about our product. I just want to say a few words why we're here. So we want to shift, we want to inspire, and we want to recognize, right? Everybody of us is a builder, and we are here for inspiring each other and building and further develop our skills, just make friends. And I think this is extremely important. That's why we're here during a weekend, and we're not sleeping until Sunday, right? Awesome. Cool. Yeah, 20,000 in bounties. I think that's definitely super cool, like everybody. And yeah, let's dive a little bit. So for MetaMask, I think everybody know what a snaps is. Do you know what a snaps is? Yeah? Okay, cool. Some familiar faces. So our first bounty is 5K in prizes, and this is quite general, so build any snap. So today, I don't know if you guys saw it, but you have 3 categories of snaps being whitelisted, interoperability, security, communication. Check those out. And I think our second bounty is basically further develop adapt a published snap. So this basically extend the functionality of what a snap is today. So this is also quite cool. I saw already some people hacking on this second bounty, but just keep in mind we're quite flexible. And I think this is also why we're here. We want to also see and gather feedbacks on what we want to do next and how we can improve every time, every global hackathon. Cool. So our third bounty is all about MetaMask SDK. So we call it Mobile Connect. It's quite important. I think I saw some familiar faces that won some MetaMask SDK bounty previously. But the long story short, please, for this bounty, for being eligible, don't use simply the MetaMask API, but you need to call the NPM SDK. I think this is very important. We also publish a couple of customized tutorial. You can check this out. This is customized tutorial for our friend and colleague Eric. I think you're in the room. And bombard him with questions. He's not just an awesome DJ, but he's also creating amazing tutorials. Cool. Second, yeah, shout out if you heard his music. But hey, Linea is our fourth bounty. So for anybody that doesn't know, Linea is another ZK EVM. We did a couple of workshops before, but we're super excited. I will not read through, but I think today we surpassed the top 10 on layer 2-bit. But the most important part is for being eligible for this bounty, just deploy a dApp on Linea. It's a 5K in bounty. What do we want to see? We're quite flexible, but those are kind of 3 main categories that will be awesome to see. So gaming, social identity, and DeFi. Cool. I think also if you want to get some testnet token, check out this QR code here. There are a lot of resources, but also come out to our booth and you will be, we just drop you some Linea ETH to just start and deploy your dApp. These are all the people that will be around. So we're always super focused to go on tables and mentor you guys. So just bombard us with your spicy question debugging, like at 3, 4 a.m. in the morning. That's totally fine. We are here for you guys. Cool. And there are things that are here around. So just make sure that you're reaching out. How we're pushing the ecosystem further. ETHGlobal Hackathons is one big thing. What you can do afterwards, just reach out. We have a MetaMask Grants DAO. We're more than happy to support you like with different stuff like fellowship programs and ambassador program. And yeah, just enjoy. Thank you very much. We are around and yeah, get inspired, inspire other people, and happy hacking, everybody.
All right, now up for our second last partner keynote. Please welcome Paris from Avara.
Hello. Hi, everyone. My name is Paris. I'm head of ecosystems at Avara, home to some of your favorite Web3 brands like Lens Protocol, which I'm about to talk about today, and Aave, and now Family Wallet. Last time I was judging the hackathon, well, it was in Lisbon, and I was 8 months pregnant, so it probably looked different if you were hacking there. It was this big. And the hackathon before that, I was in Tokyo. I was 7 months pregnant, and I was eating so many of those fish ice cream red bean things. I think I probably had half of them, so sorry if you wanted one. I probably ate it. Okay, so here to talk about Lens, the social layer of Web3. So we help developers have the building blocks to inject social into existing applications or new novel social ideas that are powered by the blockchain. And we just recently launched Lens V2 to mainnet this week, so we're really excited about that. But I'm not going to bore you too much because I know you're here for the money. So let me just talk a little bit about our prizes. So we launched something called Smart Posts, which allows you to bring your own smart contracts to Lens and boost up any profile, any post on Lens. So some ideas that we had shared with you all on social would be something like read more, and you can pay to read more, or tipping, or voting, or betting. So think of these kind of exciting ideas, and we have a long list of them if you want to come see us at the booth. But we really want to see the best smart posts, and we're giving out 10,000 in prizes just for smart posts powered by open actions. The next is best social experience, and having an IDEO background, I really want to see good UX here. So a lot of good polish and craft is what we're looking for. Next is most novel social experience. So we've seen a lot of cool experimentation with social in Web3 lately. We've done a lot of playing in our space, so we want to see cool out there ideas. So think outside the box and come to us with something novel. Best monetization. So because of Lens, you get to own your graph, which means that you can monetize directly off of it. You as the developer or as the creator. So we want to see the best use case for monetization with Lens. And we're giving out 2 prizes for best integrations of Lens Protocol. And finally, who here has a Lens handle? Cool. Well, if you do or you don't, you can come to our Lens booth and get this little QR code, and you'll be able to mint an on-chain pet, especially for Istanbul. Her name is Poppy. She's drinking Turkish tea. We partnered with a team called Ceremonies, and basically Poppy will get happy, sad, dance based on your activity on Lens. And if you don't have a Lens handle, you can also mint one before you mint the Poppy, so we're really excited about that. And lastly, if our team really loves your product, you'll get one of these really cool backpacks that we just made at Avara that include a lot of our projects. So yeah, come meet us at the booth, get a Lens handle, and there's no Rave after this time, so hopefully you enjoyed it on Wednesday, but I do shadow as Ronnie, so I will remember you for the next hackathon if you build something cool.
Thanks, Paris. Nice hat. All right, now give it up for our last keynote of the day. Please welcome Austin from Arbitrum Foundation.
Hello, everybody. I actually work at Off-Chain Labs, not the Arbitrum Foundation, but Off-Chain Labs is the original creators of Arbitrum, and I'm on the product team there. So, yeah, I'll just start off with the bounties. So we're giving out 20,000 total in bounties. Tier 1, like best library or framework. What this means to me is just like build the coolest thing, the most interesting use case, and you're very likely to win a prize. The other tier 1 prize is Stylus, which I'll talk about in a little bit. But briefly, Stylus is a new way to write smart contracts in Rust, C, C++, any WebAssembly-based programming language that is fully EVM compatible. And tier 2 is just most original, best technology. Again, we just really want to emphasize like building cool things that users might find useful. And then tier 3 is just like if you hack on Arbitrum and you're a qualifying project, which means you just didn't cheat, you will win some money. So I wanted to talk about Stylus a little bit. Like I said, it's a new programming environment with a WebAssembly virtual machine that runs alongside the EVM. And so it's a first of its kind technology. It was invented by the tech lead at Off-Chain Labs. You can now write smart contracts in Rust and C and C++. That's nothing new. You can write Rust contracts on other chains. But the key here is that your Rust-based smart contracts can make calls to your Solidity-based smart contracts and vice versa. This is a key unlock, and it opens the door to so many new developers and also so many new use cases. Because it's a WebAssembly-based virtual machine, your contracts that are using cryptography, a lot of math, just anything that is gas intensive will be like 10 to 100 times cheaper. And again, this is all EVM compatible and fully interoperable with Solidity-based contracts. So I highly recommend that you hack using Stylus. Please scan this QR code if you'd like to learn more about it. Even if you don't hack on it at this hackathon, look into it. It's so early. The opportunity to build EVM-compatible WebAssembly-based contracts is going to be like such a big trend in 2024. And yeah, so this is the QR code for just our general Arbitrum Hacker Toolkit. Again, like if anyone here isn't aware of Arbitrum, it is the leading layer 2 on Ethereum. It's the home of DeFi on Ethereum. It actually has more TVL than every other L2 combined. Please look it up. Please also scan the QR code and let us know if you have any questions. We'll be in the Discord channel all night. We have people all over the globe answering questions for developers. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. I really appreciate everybody's patience. We're going to wrap this up in the next 3 minutes. I'm going to also just highlight all the other prizes that we couldn't talk about. So it's actually $625,000 in prizes. So I'm just going to list all these amounts. You can check out all the details directly on the website. But 1inch Arbitrum, Chili's, Chronicle, Filecoin, Gnosis Chain, Lens Protocol, MetaMask are giving $20,000 each in prizes. And so is Mina, Polygon, Scroll, Spark, WalkConnect, WorldCoin, and ZK Sync. And we have Aave, Grant Style, Alio, ApeCoin, API3, Axiom, Base, Cartesi, Celestia, Cello, Chainlink, CowSwap. I'm doing this thing again, am I? You can see all these names. 10,000 each. 10,000 each. 10,000 each. And ARCs, Aztec, Certora, CurveGrid, ES, Threshold, and Nouns are going to be giving 5,000 in prizes. So with that, all these details are on ETHGlobal.com/Istanbul. If you still haven't found a team, right after I stop talking, stay in this room. We're going to help find all of you team members or get you up to interesting ideas. And last but not least, pace yourself. We want this thing to be fun for you. We don't want you to be exhausted. Do sleep. This is not about sleep deprivation. This is about just getting something out of it. If you end up on Sunday being slightly more proficient in some language or some framework, that's a win because we want you to have fun. And with that, thank you so much, and let's get hacking.
patlatıyor. Ağzımda sakızı şişirip şişirip arsız arsız patlatıyor. Belki de bu yüzden vuruldum, sahibin olamadım ya. Sarma erkekliğe seni şımarık, değişti mi bu dünya? Çekmiş kaşına gözüne sürme, dudaklar kıpkırmızı kırtıyor. Bir de karşıma geçmiş, utanması yok, inadıma inadıma sırıtıyor. Biz böyle mi gördük babamızdan, ele güne rezil olduk. Yeni adet gelmiş eski köye, bak dostlar mahvoldu. Seni gidip fındık kıran, yılanı deliğinden çıkaran, kaderim püsküllü belam yakalarsan. Seni gidip fındık kıran, yılanı deliğinden çıkaran, kaderim püsküllü belam yakalarsan. Ocağına düştüm yavrum, kucağına düştüm yavrum, sıcağına düştüm yavrum, el aman. Ocağına düştüm yavrum, kucağına düştüm yavrum, sıcağına düştüm yavrum, el aman. Takmış koluna elin adamını, beni orta yerinden çatlatıyor. Ağzımda sakızı şişirip şişirip arsız arsız patlatıyor. Biz böyle mi gördük baba